test server. Need to finish up. These that is. Need that as well. Yes. Let's see what we can find to diddy daddle with her while we're playing here. News. Or they killed in Kentucky and the flood. Didn't first time hearing about that.
Secretary Nome, and she offered. Last night, I got a call from Secretary Nome, and she offered to help, and we've already seen that help today. And the president signed off on our request as quickly as we have ever seen a president sign off on our request. So thank you to President Trump for his assistance. Now, federal resources are available for impacted areas, helping us to better respond and support affected Kentuckians. Where we are right now is in the emergency response phase. This is the search and rescue phase. And I am very proud of all the Kentuckians that are out there responding, putting their lives on the line to help others. As we are here 24 hours into this natural disaster, we've already seen over 1,000 rescues. That means there's 1,000 plus Kentuckians that are safe, primarily because of the swift water boat teams, as well as so many other responders that are out there. Unfortunately, this disaster is taking a toll in terms of human life. Even with the incredible response that we've seen, we can confirm that we've lost at least 8 Kentuckians due to this weather event. They include an adult male in Hart County that was related to a motor vehicle accident. an adult male in Pike County, that is floodwater related, an adult female in Hart County, also floodwater related, and with her a child in Hart County, also floodwater related. Another adult male in Pike County, an adult female in Washington County, an adult male in Clay County. Those were all floodwater related. And then another fatality related to a motor vehicle accident in Nelson County. We believe this number is going to grow. We hope it doesn't grow quickly or grow much larger, but one way that you can help us out to ensure we have as few fatalities as possible is don't get on the roadways. Now, give time for the water to go down. So many of these fatalities were due to attempts to drive through water and through moving water. So folks, stay off the roads right now and stay alive. We need your help. Today, we just got another 1/2 to 1 inch of precipitation, depending on where in the state you were. This was on top of all of the original projections. That was a mix of rain and snow. We may see some additional light and scattered snow across the Commonwealth today. There's another small system moving towards us, but shouldn't be as significant as what we have already seen or like yesterday. More concerning are wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour, especially for central and eastern Kentucky. Think about how wet the ground is. These gusts mean that we could have trees come down and limbs come down, and we're seeing that in our power numbers. We expect isolated tree damage, uproots, and power outages because of the wind. And it's going to get even more complicated. I'll talk at the end about how Tuesday night into Wednesday night, we're going to have another round of snow that is going to dump at least an inch and maybe up to 6 to 8 inches on parts of Kentucky. That will cause significant disruption and closures, especially depending on where we are in dealing with this flood at that point. This emergency phase we're in is going to last at least a couple more days. That's the type of event we're dealing with, and we're going to be actively dealing with this flood for probably the next week in different parts of at least getting things cleaned up. When we look at our operational teams, local swiftwater teams were pre-positioned throughout the state. They started rescues immediately, and they are continuing it. We now have a USART team that is here in the EOC with us, and it has been a great addition. 19 active state swiftwater teams are currently in operation. Many of them are in eastern Kentucky, but they've made rescues in multiple counties. They have worked throughout the night. They are exhausted, but they continue to go out and make rescue after rescue after rescue. We also have federal USAR teams from Indiana, Ohio, and Tennessee that are either operating or they're on their way. So thank you to those jurisdictions for lending a hand in our time of need. Power outages right now, 39,315. That's as of this second. That's actually gone down a little bit. We were over 40,000 earlier in the day. We are seeing our water outages go up. That's normal. And with this riverbank flooding, that's going to create a lot of pressure on these systems. It's going to cause a lot of pipe and line bursts. So we're going to have some significant water damage, just like we did in 22 and the flood in 21. Right now, 9,800 service connections are without water across Kentucky. 26,000 service connections are under a boil water advisory. 2 wastewater systems are not operational. One of those is still underwater, and we're going to have to wait until that recedes to get that back up and going. 21 wastewater systems are under limited operation. 9 wastewater plants are experiencing bypasses. 6 systems are experiencing discharge from portions of their collection systems. So if you look at that, you look at the number of people we've already lost and the damage, this is one of the most serious weather events we've dealt with in at least a decade. We've certainly had our share, and this is another significant one. We want to make sure that we remind people of when to call 911. Our 911 lines have been flooded because there have been real emergencies, but we need them open for real emergencies. So only call 911 if you have an emergency or life-threatening situation. If you do, you make sure you call it. And we've had a bunch of amazing telecommunicators, both from KSP and in our locations.
Are eggs good for dogs?
Raw egg or cooked egg?
It doesn't matter. Eggs are great for dogs, so add it. Apples or grapes? Grapes are toxic for dogs. They can literally go into kidney failure if they eat grapes, so toss those. Add apples. Turmeric or cayenne? Cayenne is not good for dogs. Turmeric, on the other hand, can actually have anti-inflammatory benefits for a dog. So yes.
Okay.
Ship is on fire! Problem solved, sir. Ship is on fire.
Confirmed penetration. Enemy cruiser foundered.
All stations, protect that target.
Airborne. Warship command. Transport aircraft have arrived. Proceed to evacuation. Protect the aerodrome until embarkation is finished and the transport aircraft leave base. Provide gunfire support for attack aircraft.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
Intercepted enemy communications. A group of enemy destroyers have been sent to disrupt our repair base. Do not allow them to capture the repair base.
Hey, buddy. There. Yes. Sad, I don't know. You know. Oh, oh.
Two employees of a Delaware County charter school are accused of assaulting the parent of a child. The victim says she complained about the women in the past, but this morning it took a violent turn. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson had a chance to speak to this victim and joins us live from Chester with more on these allegations. Becca.
Shar, the victim says she was waiting at the bus stop as she does every morning when those two employees from her daughter's school approached her. There was some yelling involved and the altercation quickly turned physical. Now, the victim tells me she's had some issues with these employees all school year, but she never thought it would turn violent.
My lens is missing, it's bent.
Tiffany Spizak has broken glasses and a scratch on her face. She says her knees are bloodied and head is throbbing after police say two employees from her daughter's school assaulted her.
I was waiting at the bus stop that I wait at every morning to go to work, and two of the aides from my daughter's old building approached me.
It happened around 7:45 a.m. this morning at Chester Transportation Center. Spizak says the workers from her 6-year-old daughter's school, Chester Community Charter School, approached her and confronted her. Spizak started recording the argument that turned physical
and got me to the ground, and then they both came over and were hitting me and kicking me while I was on the ground.
Spizak says she's had issues with the workers in the video, 33-year-old Ronshi Evans and 32-year-old Tanya Warren, since September, and has complained to the principal about their behavior.
This has been ongoing. I've been trying to get it handled.
According to a criminal complaint, a school administrator showed up at the bus stop and took both employees away to work while Spizak was on the phone with 911. Police arrested Evans and Warren at the school. The school put out a statement saying the employees have been suspended and contradicted police and the victim, alleging the incident is not connected to the school. They said in part, despite the alleged incident having no connection to CCCS and because the safety and well-being of our students is our absolute top priority, CCCS takes this allegation against his staff seriously and will thoroughly investigate this matter. Spizak says she no longer feels safe with her daughter at school.
And I never thought it would come to me getting assaulted, and telling me to be a parent. I am being a parent. I'm advocating for my daughter. She's not being treated well.
Now, both suspects are facing charges including assault and harassment. A preliminary hearing is set for later this month. Live here in Chester, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6 Action News. Rick.
All right, Becca, thank you.
Do it now. Spread.
Can't have them commercials playing, bros.
And what that happened, you can resist. And what that happens over millions of people is that you generate enough friction that they cannot go as fast as they want to go. Make sure that you are slowing down this system.
And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. You know it helps us out a ton. And of effort, it only takes not even an ounce, maybe a gram, not even a gram. A little bit of effort, y'all. It helps us keep bringing you this content, so it helps us and it helps you at the same time. Now today, y'all, what I noticed here, and I've been talking about this over the past several weeks, is that immigration is the centerpiece. It's one of two or three, maybe I should say 3 or 4. It's one of 3 or 4 main things that are happening in the clash among the state and federal governments and the federal government with itself, okay? So today we're gonna talk about immigration yet again, but the angle is, well, the immigration status of one of our Congress members, Ilhan Omar from Minnesota. Now, Ms. Omar is a very prominent Somali American representative. She's in the U.S. House of Representatives, and she's been very vocal about wanting to help her Somali constituents and her home country of Somalia. Now, that has rubbed some people the wrong way, and it has led to some people even calling for her to be booted from Congress or even deported from the United States altogether. Now, she is a citizen, y'all, so deporting a citizen, I'm not sure how well that would go for anybody. But she's shaping up to be one of the main voices, along with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who we will also talk about here shortly. Ilhan Omar is shaping up to be one of the main voices in this ongoing immigration battle. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play another House representative who has something to say about Ilhan Omar, or Ilhan, not sure exactly how you pronounce it, who had something to say about Ms. Omar, and then we're going to come back.
Just want to follow up with this post that you had on X. You said that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, a U.S. citizen, should be deported to her home country of Somalia. Omar became a naturalized citizen at 17. Why did you do that?
Well, listen, my colleague Ilhan Omar, she is an American citizen. She is a member of the House of Representatives. I didn't call for her to be deported, but I did say that America would be better off were she deported. I think that there is a serious problem, particularly given after the past 4 years of open borders, of Democrats facilitating the invasion of our country by illegal aliens. My colleague Ilhan Omar was advising illegal alien Somalis on how to evade ICE detection. That is as un-American as you can possibly get. It's unbecoming of a congressperson.
What
and
evidence?
I absolutely
Where are
think
you
that
getting
it is
that from
disgusting.
specifically? Where are you getting that from specifically?
We have the audio of her doing that.
But do you
it was
think
in an
that
interview.
She is a duly elected member of Congress.
She
Her
has a duty
constituents
to uphold
put
the
her in
values
office.
and customs of America,
you're
not to represent foreign illegal aliens who shouldn't be here to begin with. And I think that raises serious
is
questions.
Helping people understand what the laws are. But listen.
That raises serious. To whom is she most loyal? Illegal aliens, Somalis, or American citizens?
She's representing
I think
her
that's a
constituents
very legitimate question.
as a member of Congress. Congressman Brandon Gill, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate this conversation. I think it's really important.
So do I.
And I think our viewers appreciate it as well. Thank you so much, Congressman, and look forward to.
So that was Congressman Brandon Gill of Texas. And as you can see, he's walking right up on the border of saying that he thinks Omar should be deported. Now, of course, he did not say that, so don't get me wrong, y'all. But he is very much in favor of a crackdown of her type of, I guess, deference to her home country of Somalia when she is a U.S. citizen and she's representing in the United States Congress. Now, what I saw here on X, y'all, is that there is a petition circulating. Supposedly, there's a petition circulating that Congressman Gill supports, which would see Omar deported. Now, y'all, I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to stamp that with approval. I don't know for sure that that's out there. I haven't been able to find that petition. But what we can say for sure is that if nothing else, Congressman Gill would like to see Omar turn down the rhetoric about helping out Somalia and maybe turn up the rhetoric about helping out the United States. Now, y'all, you may not have seen this, but approximately 1 year ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she threw her hat in the ring against Ilhan Omar, and she actually moved to have Omar censured for the types of comments that you just saw Congressman Gill refer to. So we're going to take a look at this censure petition, and censure is like a public rebuke, okay? It's kind of a toothless penalty in Congress, but it's meant to embarrass you, basically. So here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say about Omar approximately a year ago.
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how you can get a cut of it.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question.
Yeah, they didn't have the House and the Senate. If they bring her back up again, they could do it. They could silence her now. Absolutely. No problem. Trying to find some more on this flood.
Ma'am, what's going on? Ma'am, what's going on?
This little girl just hit me and my daughter. Punched us all in our face, hit us with a chair, all type of shit.
Who did that?
A little girl that work at Journey's. I'm
Happened at Journey's. It happened at Journey's Kids. I'm not sure if the other parties.
What you say, bitch? What you say? That hoe hit me. When I don't do that. That man was. Oh, y'all ain't. No, y'all ain't cuffing me and I ain't
Yeah, we are.
I ain't touch her. I ain't touch her, y'all. She hit me first. She hit me first. Leave my son alone.
Sweetie, come here. Come on. You got her? You're okay.
It's not my baby. We're not my baby. Y'all gotta kill me.
It's okay.
Come on.
We were talking to her and she ran up on security right here, and so we had to put her in cuffs. She's double cuffed right now. This is her daughter. Anybody else involved? I don't know. We were going to try to find out from her, and she freaked out.
That girl hit me first. My baby. My baby. Y'all gonna take my baby.
We're not taking the baby. Calm down. Let's roll over and stand up.
I think it's broke.
Okay, let's roll over. You want to roll over this way? Here, straighten your... Hey, let me take over. Was there somebody else involved?
Yeah, it was a fight. We had to separate.
Is it an employee of Journey's or somebody who was shopping?
Employee.
Okay. It's Journey's employee that was involved. Me and Tony will go.
Okay. Are these other two just walk up? Or?
I think they just walked up. I have no idea. She was watching us when everything went down.
Okay. All right.
Here, stand up. You can talk to her. Stand up.
I need her. Y'all don't understand. I'm gonna die without her. She hit my baby. What was I gonna do?
We're gonna figure that out right now. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, can you stand up for me?
No, y'all gonna take her.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on. That's all. One, two, here. You gotta stand up, okay?
You want to stand up or you want to sit down?
Crazy. I want that girl hit me. I ain't touch her back.
No, little squad coming.
Why y'all taking me to jail, my baby?
We don't know anything.
She hit me first. I'm trying to tell
You're
y'all.
not telling us. You're screaming.
Let me talk to her.
Okay, were you here with anybody else?
I was just with my daughter.
Okay.
Her dad sent me $300.
Okay.
I was going shopping for me and my daughter. I just bought a brand new phone.
Okay. Okay, take a hang on.
When I first walked in the store, I asked him, I say, what wall has the 11C used? The man pointing at the front wall. I can show y'all the cameras, y'all.
Okay,
I walked over there. I picked up.
Just tell her to calm down.
No, don't let them take you in the car.
I'm not taking her. I got her. What number? Tell me what number you want me to call. What number you want me to call?
Oh, jeez.
Call your dad for it. Call your dad. Stop hitting me. She's not hitting me. I'm going to tell y'all everything.
While the group of people in the parking lot work on calling the daughter's father, another officer goes to get the full story from security witnesses, and soon, the employee who was involved in the fight.
Do you know anything about how it started?
No, I just got a call, and I was coming from Corridor 6. So when I got down there, it was already two guards there. They was kind of throwing them out the way, so I finally just picked on the ground. Her little daughter was punching me because she thought I was trying to attack her.
Yeah, she was punching us too.
Yeah, so I just tried to break them up, man.
The security in there, did they see it go down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There's another person who was involved in the fight. They work at Journey, so we're gonna go get their info and some security guards who helped break up the fight. She's cuffed up because she ran up to Taylor, got in her face and said, "What did you say?" Got real aggressive, so we immediately cuffed her up just because she was escalating things and we didn't want her to hit anybody. She's got a young child with her, probably five-ish, six-ish. Are you okay? What happened?
So basically, she came in here like she was looking for a shoe.
So she was calm at first, like she was chilling. She was already mad at her little daughter. We didn't have the shoe that she wanted her in the size that she needed, which was 11C. So she was like, she started yelling, like this when she started getting mad. She's like, where the shoes at? Where the other size where I need to get my daughter and this and that? So we trying to be as calm as possible. So we just looking around like, why she mad? Like, what's wrong with her? What we doing to her? She was cussing at us. She was calling us out our names and everything. She's telling us she gonna spit on us, get people up here to beat us up and stuff like that. So she come around the corner and she take her shoes off and she swung. So I swung back at her. So then we fighting. My watch flew off my hand. So then she grabbed it. I'm like, can you give me my watch back? Can you give me my watch back? Can you give me my watch back? Or we gonna keep fighting? Because you're not trying to give me my stuff back. So she took it, she walked out the store. She refused to give me my watch, so I pushed her. Because why are you not giving me my stuff? So then he break it up. He wanted me to get off her. I wasn't getting off her because she wouldn't get off me. So when he got her off of me, we walked out. She's still talking. She's still not trying to give me my stuff. She's mad over a shoe. I'm like, you mad because we're not trying to give you the shoe that we don't have in her size. And that's what happened.
Protect your wealth by spending physical gold, not paper money that grows weaker by the second, on a card that earns you gold.
Hey, we got your baby mom and your daughter up at Beach with mom. I'm gonna stay here with your daughter. Police watching. Hold on. No. Okay, no. It's the father. He said he's gonna be here too.
Is he up?
I said, man, where the f is the shoes? The swung on me.
Is anybody with mall security?
No, they didn't call mall security until we was in the hallway and she was already all over me.
Okay.
They let the fight go on and everything all the way to the back of the store.
Where did this happen at? What
In Journeys.
In Journeys? Okay.
Run the cameras. Y'all gonna see how you hit her first. But now you gotta calm down because you know how they stay. You know how the police stay. The worse you act, the more pressure they gonna put. Man, I can't, man. I got a traumatic brain injury. Just calm down. And my arm gotta be broke. I'm telling you.
We got an ambulance coming,
I
okay?
can't. Where my baby phone?
Yeah, this is hers.
No, that's not hers. That's mine.
I know.
That watch is hers. Calm down.
Ma'am.
Calm down.
Ma'am.
What shit? Go.
It's right here.
Ma'am, it's right here. It's right here.
No reason. Just calm down. Give my phone. That's not mine. It's right here. That's mine.
I know.
Give me it. Y'all can take it when I go to jail. Give it now.
Relax.
Because I know it's her word against mine and she work here. And I know I'm not lying.
Relax.
Ma'am, is there somebody your child can go with? I need her to tell me if the dog is her dad coming?
Man, my baby daddy coming. Oh, man, y'all don't understand what's going on.
When he's here, if you want us to send your daughter with him, you got to tell us then.
Okay.
All right? We don't want you to... Ma'am, what's going on? Ma'am, what's going on?
This little girl just hit me and my daughter. Punched us all in our face, hit us with a chair, all type of shit.
Who did that?
A little girl that work at Johnny's. I'm happened at Johnny's. It happened at Johnny's Kids. I'm not sure if the other party. What you say, bitch? What you say? That hoe hit me. That hoe hit me. When I don't do that. That man was. Oh, y'all ain't. No, y'all ain't cuffing me and I.
Yeah, we are.
I touched her. I touched her, y'all. She hit me first. She hit me first. Leave my son alone. Leave my son alone.
Sweetie, come here. You're okay.
It's not my baby. We're not my baby.
It's okay.
Come on.
We were talking to her and she ran up on security right here, and so we had to put her in cuffs. She's double cuffs right now. This is her daughter. Anybody else involved? I don't know. We were going to try to find out from her, and she freaked out.
That girl hit me first. My baby. I got my baby. Y'all gonna take my baby?
We're not taking the baby.
I ain't taking her.
Let's roll over and stand up.
I think it's broke.
Okay, let's roll over. You want to roll over this way? I got strainer. Hey, let me take over. Was there somebody else involved? Is it an employee of Journeys or was somebody who was shopping? Employee. Okay. Journeys employee that was involved.
Are these other two just walk up? Or? I think they just walked up. I have no idea. She was watching us when everything went down. Okay. All right.
Here, stand up. You can talk to her. Stand up.
I need her. You don't understand. I'm gonna die without her. Okay. She hit my baby. What was I gonna do?
We're gonna figure that out right now. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay? Can you stand up for me? Just trying to figure out what's going on. That's all. One, two, here. You guys stand up, okay? You want to stand up? Or you want to sit down?
I want that girl hit me. I ain't touch her back.
No, little squad coming.
Why y'all taking me to jail, my baby?
I don't know anything.
She hit me first. I'm trying to tell you.
That's one if you're screaming.
Let me touch her.
Okay, were you here with anybody else?
I was just with my daughter.
Okay.
Her dad sent me $300.
Okay.
I was going shopping for me and my daughter. I just bought a brand new phone.
Okay. Okay.
When I first walked in the store, I asked him, I said, what war has the 11 C used? The man pointing at the front wall. I can show y'all the cameras, y'all.
Okay.
I walked over there.
Let's tell her to calm down.
No, don't let them take you to the car.
I'm not taking her. I got her.
What number?
What number you want me to call?
Call your dad. Call your dad.
While the group of people in the parking lot work on calling the daughter's father, another officer goes to get the full story from security witnesses, and soon the employee who was involved in the fight.
Ship is on fire.
Do you know anything about how it started?
No, I just got a call, and I was coming from Corridor 6. When I got down there, it was already 2 guards there. They was kind of throwing them out the way, so I finally just picked on the ground. Her little daughter was punching me because she thought I was trying to attack her.
Yeah, she was punching us too.
Yeah, so I just tried to break them up, man.
The security in there, did they see it go down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another person who was involved in the fight. They work at Journey, so we're gonna go get their info and some security guards to help break up the fight. She's cuffed up because she ran up to Taylor, got in her face and said, "What did you say?" Got real aggressive, so we immediately cuffed her up just because she was escalating things, and we don't want her to hit anybody. She's got a young child with her, probably five-ish, 6-ish. Are you okay? What happened?
So basically, she came in here like she was looking for a shoe. So she was calm at first, like she was chilling. She was already mad at her little daughter. We didn't have the shoe that she wanted her in the size that she needed, which was 11C. So she was like, she started yelling, like that's when she started getting mad. She's like, where the shoes at? Where the other size where I need to get my daughter and this and that? So we trying to be as calm as possible. So we just looking around like, why she mad? Like, what's wrong with her? What we doing to her? She was cussing at us. She was calling us out our names, everything. She's telling us she gonna spit on us, get people up there to beat us up and stuff like that. So she come around the corner and she take her shoes off. And she swung. So I swung back at her. So then we fighting. My watch flew off my hand. So then she grabbed it. I'm like, can you give me my watch back? Can you give me my watch back? Can you give me my watch back? Or we gonna keep fighting? Because you're not trying to give my stuff back. So she took it, she walked out the store. She refused.
All right, we got the ambulance pulling up now, okay? She's right here. She's right here with these people that are helping you.
Just with me in the ambulance. Y'all can follow.
If you calm down, we'll work something out. All right, just sit back.
My daughter gonna die. She came in without me.
Is this your daughter? Is it? Yeah, well, I didn't know what.
Where'd you go?
Is this? Are you her dad?
Her mom, yes.
Okay.
Where'd you go today?
We're taking care of all this. We're figuring out who's what and everything.
Is a Beechwood councilman. I want her arrested.
Okay, well, we're figuring that out. Whoever needs to be arrested is going to be arrested. So she can't stay with her right now.
Think about baby. You gotta use on the phone. Tell him I ain't lying. Tell him I ain't lying.
Grab her, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
I got it.
you have to grab her.
Okay. No. What I tell her?
All right.
No, what I tell her? No. I'll calm down.
They're trying to pull her.
She'll calm down.
All right. You need to back up. I understand.
Calm down.
They need to do their work, okay?
So us being here agitated is not going to help any. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Do you want to put her in the car to make it better? Okay. All right. I get that. But
Put handcuffs on the other girl.
I'm not in there with that. Somebody else is in there dealing.
She needs to be arrested.
We're in 2 different places. We're dealing with it. Can I get your information? Because B-A-R-R-Y. What is her name?
Sincerity. Where are they taking her?
Hospital. I'm not sure which one right now. Hillcrest.
Another curveball. The child's father's got an ag menacing warrant out of Cleveland within the pickup.
She was cracked by a politician.
I'm going to run this guy and see if it's actually him.
We're dealing with the other party. Can you stand here a minute?
Yeah.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Oh. Tired of ads and games too? Check out Hero Wars. It's one of the best.
All right.
I need a bag with the phone.
That's evidence right now.
It's right in here.
That's evidence right now.
But my daughter's phone is in there.
Okay, we'll figure that out in just a second.
Why is the phone
careful that she doesn't fall out?
I just bought the phone at Apple $1,500. Why is that evidence?
Okay, I've got to find out. Watch out so she doesn't fall out.
Wait a minute, baby. What are we going to do, Sarge, about this individual? That's what
we're doing a full investigation. So we have another sergeant inside that's getting all her information. We're getting different sides of different stories. We got to get witnesses in the video. It might not be able to be done all in, less than an hour. You know what I'm saying? So it might take time to get the video.
I'm 65 years old.
Right.
I served 14 years in the United States Marine.
Oh, thank you for your service.
I've got tons of friends in law enforcement.
Right.
So I know how investigations take time. I'm not asking that.
Right.
I want to know who in the this girl is to put her hands on my daughter's mom and my daughter.
Okay.
I got the right. I'm a taxpayer.
Right. Everything will be in a public records and you can get it. But right now we can't give you that information because it's under investigation. Okay?
Here's another thing, sir. You're being detained right now, okay? Because you have a warrant out for your arrest out of the city of Cleveland for aggravated menacing.
Aggravated menacing?
So yeah, we misdemeanor in the first degree. So at this point, you are not free to go. We're not cuffing you or anything just because you're doing that. So, yep.
Aggravated, what does that mean?
It's a misdemeanor in the first degree.
That's what aggravated menacing is.
So.
No, it can't be me. You got a difference between brothers.
You think it would have been him or?
Larry and Barry. Yeah, give me daddy's phone.
Supposedly he has a twin, Larry and Barry. They're identical. I don't know.
While this officer verifies Barry's claim that his warrant is actually for his identical twin brother named Larry, the officer who got the story from the Journey's employee is now outside and relays the full story of what happened.
That female employee said that she came into Journey's with her daughter very calm. She was actually a little bit mad at her daughter for some reason. That she came in looking for the shoe. They didn't have it in that size. She got mad and then just became really aggressive with them. I'm going to get my cousins here to come up here and kick your ass.
She said this.
She said that to her, and she said that she wanted it. She was going to kill her, and she kept threatening her. And so she didn't take that kindly, and she said, "If you step around this counter, I'm going to beat your ass." So Leja's her name. This woman comes around the counter, like squares up almost like she's going to be aggressive about it. So Leja swings at her first because she's already trying to remove herself from the situation. It's a purple Apple Watch or something.
Let's go take a look.
That's definitely her watch. Her photo's on it. He's just going to take a photo of it just because it's evidence of a crime.
Now that the story is cleared up, officers direct their attention back to figuring out Barry's situation.
If for some reason Cleveland did want you, who can she go with?
He's on the way.
He's on the way? Who is it that's on the way?
My brother.
All right. So we'll just wait to see what they say for sure, and then that way, if your brother gets here, then that makes it easier.
Sarge.
Yes.
What about this other individual? I want to know.
We're handling.
What's going on with her?
We're still figuring out what we're doing with that. We're trying to figure out what's going on with everybody right now. There's a lot.
Doing pretty good. What's going on? Nothing. I just need you to take the baby. That's it. I understand, but I still. You don't need to know what else is going on, Larry. Just take the baby. Charnay got into something. Some girl got smart with her, hit the baby. They took Charnay to the hospital. I just need you to take care of the baby. They're taking me to jail.
You guys?
Well, I don't know. They might. Are you?
Well, not ours. If Cleveland wants you, I think Cleveland does want.
Cleveland
so it sounds like Cleveland wants you.
I'll do whatever it takes. There's no problem. Thank you for your service, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of her. The little girl, she loves her dad so much. I'm his twin, and she knows the difference.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Some people should only be allowed to shop online. Here, 2 officers out of the Beechwood Police en route to a mall with lights and sirens activated. And once they show up, we see a female on the ground claiming that she and her daughter was assaulted. So you see, this woman is playing the victim when she actually and that he's a taxpayer. But his whole demeanor did change when he found out that he had a warrant. But we also found out that he had a twin brother. And this is why officers have to be thorough in their investigation so they don't arrest the wrong person. Okay, this was a lot, guys. But if this woman does have mental health issues, my heart goes out to her. However, if I'm out shopping, I cannot go into a supermarket and just because they don't have my favorite cookies, I start a fight with the stock boy. Because if I do, I can possibly get arrested. And then they'll deal with my mental health claim while I'm in custody.
Barry was taken into custody with no further incident, and the child was put in safe care with Larry. Charnay was charged with attempted robbery, assault on a peace officer, obstructing official business, 2 counts of harassment by an inmate, aggravated theft, aggravated menacing, and endangering children. She pled guilty to attempted robbery, assaulting a peace officer, and 1 count of harassment by an inmate, and no contest to all other charges. She was set a bond of $15,000 for her charges. She was eventually sentenced to 180 days in the Cuyahoga County Jail. However, she filed a motion to oppose her sentence in December 2024.
Taxes was waiting.
Okay.
Southern coalfields, they're dealing with major flooding along the Tug Fork and some smaller rivers after battling those flash floods yesterday and overnight. Bob Aaron says that there's been several water rescues and widespread home flooding, and that could be even more of a problem as the weather and the temperatures continue to drop tonight.
For longtime Mingo County residents, the latest flooding brought back ugly memories of major floods in 1984 and 1977. But this time you also got powerful winds, snow, and plunging temperatures. Homes were flooded out along US 119 as the Tug Fork swelled to 49 feet in Williamson, and major roads were cut by the high water.
It's real bad. I didn't think when I was coming over this way it would be like the 84 flood. That's how high the water was in 84 because I was standing here before in 84. A major flood. We had a bad one in Delbarton, and ours crested around after 10 last night. But it was bad over in Delbarton too. But I didn't know that this river was going to get that high.
This is US 52 near the intersection with US 119. You're not going to be driving through this now. A boat has been pressed into service to rescue people. And emergency officials were prepared to move a busload of them if needed. A very wet Kermit is at the end of this road, and a lot of drivers have needed rescue, some in neighboring Logan County.
Preliminary total was we done 17 water rescues between vehicles and homes. We had water rescue teams deployed all night until the water receded. We had several auto accidents.
The high water danger has not ended, and cold and darkness will make for an overnight with the potential for icy trouble Monday.
You guys see it here. This is where I'm from. I didn't originally live up here, but I'm from Mingo County.
Southern coalfields, they're dealing with major flooding along the Tug Fork and some smaller rivers after battling those flash floods yesterday and overnight. Bob Aaron says that there's been several water rescues and widespread home flooding, and that could be even more of a problem as the weather and the temperatures continue to drop tonight.
For longtime Mingo County residents, the latest flooding brought back ugly memories of major floods in 1984 and 1977. But this time you also got powerful winds, snow, and plunging temperatures. Homes were flooded out along US 119 as the Tug Fork swelled to 49 feet in Williamson, and major roads were cut by the high water.
It's real bad. I didn't think when I was coming over this way it would be like the 84 flood. That's how high the water was in '84 because I was standing here before in '84. A major flood. We had a bad one in Delbarton, and ours crested around after 10 last night. But it was bad over in Delbarton too. But I didn't know that this river was going to get that high.
This is US 52 near the intersection with US 119. You're not going to be driving through this now. A boat has been pressed into service to rescue people. And emergency officials were prepared to move a busload of them if needed. A very wet Kermit is at the end of this road, and a lot of drivers have needed rescue, some in neighboring Logan County.
Preliminary total was we done 17 water rescues between vehicles and homes. We had water rescue teams deployed all night until the water receded. We had several auto accidents.
The high water danger has not ended, and cold and darkness will make for an overnight with the potential for icy trouble Monday. In Mingo County, Bob Aaron, Eyewitness News.
Yeah,
what is?
I really hate that, man. That's good Lord. Hope he watches over them. I don't think they've been any deaths there yet, but I think I watched earlier. Brashear said there's like 8 dead in Kentucky from all this flooding we've been getting, and I think we supposed to crest about 50-some feet there by Monday up here where I'm living now. I live in Mason County outside of Point Pleasant. So I'm not so much worried for us, though, because we're pretty far from the river that'd affect us. I mean, some little back road flooding would be about it for us. So, I mean, it'd be at worst for us, a little back road flood, you know. But I mean, anything could happen. I know they're calling for snow for us Tuesday and Wednesday, and I have chemo this Thursday. I got blood work Thursday and chemo Friday. So, and which we should be okay by then, hopefully. If not, I mean, it is what it is. It's you know, massive casualties crashed closed 180 tunnel down in Green River, Wisconsin. Well, it looks terrible.
Be careful out there. Right now, we are following the aftermath of a devastating crash inside the I-80 twin tunnels in Green River, Wyoming. At least 2 people are dead here as the flames and explosions from the crash momentarily trapped people inside and kept emergency crews out.
Our Jordan Tracy spoke with horrified witnesses as they watched this tragedy unfold. He joins us live there in Wyoming from just outside the scene. Jordan, we've been seeing videos of this all day. What have you seen tonight?
Well, Brian and Sarah, it's kind of amazing how opposite it is here. Tranquil, quiet, just outside the small town of Green River, Wyoming. If you take a look, you can see crews still on scene here on I-80. Even close to 12 hours later, this crash happening at 11:30, just after 11:30 this morning. And again, we got those photos and videos from witnesses who are absolutely horrified.
The chaotic and horrifying scene from inside the tunnels just moments after the crash. Diane Parker watched the scene unfold in terror.
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for those that passed away, and I'm heartbroken for their families.
Angel Bowen, providing these photos and videos to ABC4, says she travels through these I-80 tunnels often.
Never seen anything like this. I've lived here for 40-something years, and I've never seen something this bad here.
Witnessing the explosions, unable to imagine the tragedy inside.
It was loud. It was just like boom, and it was just, you were worried, didn't know what was going on in there. Both ends of the tunnel was just full of smoke. You couldn't see anything in there. It was just rolling and rolling out.
I mean, look at that. And I'm just thinking about those that are in there. You know, it's just
I really hate that.
absolutely, I mean.
Diane now fearful of ever going through those tunnels again.
And I said to my granddaughter, I think from now on, I think I'll keep going through town.
You heard how emotional Diane was there, retelling what she witnessed with her son and her granddaughter living not too far from here, actually in elementary school not too far from here. From this scene, a neighborhood witnessing what was an absolute tragedy at a high rate of traffic normally through this area, now closed down all the way down to exit 89, mile marker 89 on this side, and then on the west side it's exit 91 where it's closed down. We had bumper to bumper traffic getting here as tractor trailers who go through this often diverting.
Honestly, I hate that about that. It's sad. Sad.
Senator Cruz would be next, but he's not. Senator Cruz would be next, but he's not here, so I call on Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bondi, welcome. Congratulations. Can we agree that legitimacy is important to America's criminal justice system?
Your politics. It's I mean, no honesty. Politicked out. They drug his crap so long that it's sad, dudes. I mean, terribly. Pike County recovery effort. Has already begun after fatal flood sweeps through the area. It's real sad there, dudes. This is in Kentucky.
Pike County at 10 o'clock tonight. What are the people in Pikeville telling you?
Yeah, Daniel, it's definitely a scary situation in Pikeville. I wasn't able to go down this morning after high waters led to road closures, but I'm being told this is unlike anything the town has seen before.
This is one of the most serious weather events we've dealt with in at least a decade. We've certainly had our share, and this is another significant one.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is trying to hold his state together as massive flooding rolls through the Bluegrass state at a rapid pace. He confirmed today that the death toll sits at 8 people, 2 who were from Pike County.
Unfortunately, this disaster is taking a toll in terms of human life.
In Pike County, rescuers put down floodgates, something that hasn't happened since 2015, according to Pikeville Fire Chief Johnny Cole. They wait until water reaches 38 feet to put them down, but this time that wasn't necessary.
If you looked at the Leviathan Fork, the water flow on their website at Pike.
Anyway, let's
Hey folks, that's water running out of the mountains just outside of the city of Harlan. All of eastern Kentucky is under major flood warnings. Here in Harlan County, we're under a flash flood warning. This is the Martins Fork of the Cumberland River. You're looking at the Harlan Bypass on the other side. We're near the Do It Center. Now, I've just been here a few minutes, folks, and this water right here has crossed the yellow line. When I got here, it was on the other side of the yellow line. It was half a lane down. This is incredible how fast this water is coming up. If you live in a flood area, watch yourself and watch your neighbors, especially the elderly. But we're going to try to show you as much of this as we can safely. The yellow line's disappearing. Folks, look at that. It's just disappearing. This will be up to the white line. We may come back here in a few minutes. This will be up to the white line on this side in a minute. This water is really scary. If you live in a flood area, get out. Go to stay with family, go anywhere, but get out if you live in a flood area.
I went out with a 61-year-old guy who was 5 inches the first time, and a week later he was 7 inches. He definitely wasn't using pills or pumps. So what's his secret? He was
An hour and a half ago, I started this video right there. I was sitting right there, videoing and watching this cross the yellow line. There's the yellow line. That was an hour and a half ago. That's how quick this water is coming up. This is really scary. I mean, you could stand here. If you could stand in this spot just a few minutes, it would reach your feet standing where I'm at. Wow. I don't think you're too excited about going across this bridge, are you? Huh?
No, just look at this little bridge.
I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Famous last words?
Yes.
Well, I got to come over here to turn. There's another turning spot on the other side.
Enemy force detected.
You think you can make it back across the bridge?
I hope so. The bridge is so old and needs repaired.
Yeah, it's in bad shape. This is Baxter, and I believe we're getting close to the point where we're going to turn around, because it's just a miserable mess here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a miserable mess. Look at this. Sure is. This is awful.
Autopilot mode disabled.
The enemy team has taken the lead. Torpedoes, direct front.
This is the Fork River coming out of Cumberland, going to meet the Clover Fork and the Martins Fork in Harlan.
Bullseye.
Lord have mercy on these people that live back here. This is not as bad as this is going to get. See what I'm telling you about? It's what the flood will come through the first time.
The enemy is about to win. Problem solved,
far as we're going here, that's not even the river, that's just runoff. This is the old VFW on the old road. I'm not driving through that. It looks like you could, but I just don't feel like it, folks.
Stay out of it.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Try to capture something. Possibly out his landmine. Guys want to die as well, huh?
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
Yes.
Spotter airborne. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
Yep. It's one of them deals, dude. It's one of them deals. Nothing you can really say. The best points I'll play in this, so. We've, let's see. Guess we could, one more check it out, Elon Musk shocked the world with governments, whatever. Now, more worried about the weather around here at the moment. It's 27 degrees out. I think we're supposed to drop down in the supposed to start snowing around 3 a.m. 24 is going to be the low for tonight. 27. Let's see here, dudes. 2 a.m. That's today. I guess today. Yeah, it's for today. It's like 25 Tuesday, 28 today, 25 Tuesday, 21 Wednesday, 21 Thursday, 27 Friday. And we start coming back up in temperature by next week. So, yeah, it's is what it is, bros. That's just what it is. All right. Skydive. There's a guy here. I don't know who he was here talking in chat. It's hard to say, to be honest, you know. been there a pretty good while, so I don't think he's a troll or anything. I think he's just, you know, worst flood since 1977. Webson, ARH, Hospital, Turkey Creek, Pikeville. I'm pretty sure that's right beside the river.
I would imagine most of you've probably heard that the Appalachian region is getting some pretty serious flooding today. Last night, yesterday, last night, and today, as a matter of fact. Now, I was going to go out, kind of look around and, see what's going on, maybe video a little bit of it. But this is the exit to the holler that I live in. We are, everyone in the holler is now trapped in the holler, which I guess you technically go through the mountains and get out, but you know what I mean. But anyway, since we can't get out, I brought the drone, and I was going to go down and kind of fly around town, maybe see what's going on. But like I said, we can't get out of the holler. So I guess I'll launch the drone from right here, and we'll just kind of see what we can see, if we can see anything at all. Some of our neighbors have already got, I mean, that's in their basement. I just had to shut their gas off a second ago because they said they could smell gas. So they shut their meter down. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna get the drone out and see how far I can get and see what we can see. All you can do is wait and see, wait and see.
Skip through here. The guy's got a drone. Get these. Oh my goodness. This looks bad, dudes. It truly does. I don't know which one's the worst, fire or water. They're both devastators. I mean, it really is. It truly is. I mean, fire, I think fire, in my opinion, I don't know. I wouldn't like the ideas of being drowned either. I mean, no honesty. According to him, he's not far from the hospital. Appalachian Regional Hospital. Oh my Lord. It's flooded. The hospital is. Parking lots. Looks like it's quite a bit up on it. It's terrible. Very terrible. Look how, well, you guys can't see it. Just hang on for a second, bros. Stop this. Try to let you guys see this anyway, because it's something else, bros. Yeah, here we go. Well, let's turn that down some here. This is the flooding. Now, this is Mingo County. This is well, technically it's called Turkey Creek, Kentucky, is where this is, and these guys, like I'm born and raised in Mingo County, South Wimpson, so I guess that's the name for it. There's a hospital. He was let me see if I can't get it back up here. I think that's, yep. Just one moment. Well, I'll show you. This hospital right here at South Wimpson. It's called, he pulls it back up. It's called ARH South Wimpson. But it's Kentucky. It's not West Virginia. It's Kentucky, but it borders it like on the borders of West Virginia and Kentucky. This is the Kentucky side of it. The little holler leading up in there, it's called Turkey Creek. And no, it was worser than this here in '77. I remember the flood of '77. You could the courthouse was under water and everything in '77. It was terrible. It truly was terrible in '77. It's one of them. Which it was bad in '84 as well. Let me see here if we can't find a little some other videos as well. This one's in Tennessee. It's in Tennessee and Virginia. This is impactful. This is on the same side as the. This is on the same side of Kentucky as we was showing you. Now this right in here, this here. Let me blow it up. We'll just expand it and try to. There we go. This this is a just right as you cross out of Wimpson city limits town, well, which would be it's where the courthouse and stuff is in Mingo County. It's Pike County, Kentucky. It's Pikeville, Kentucky is what it's is the county it's in. But um, that is right here is a Wendy's. Back down and here should be a bridge taking you back over into West Virginia. Let's let it play here. Well, we can't have it music, bros. Let's see here. That's US 52, I think. There's McDonald's. Um, like I said, this here, right down here, he's um, damn, it's terrible. That's just terrible. But Wimpson is in worser was they've shut the flood walls over in Wimpson. I seen some pictures they had earlier on Facebook, which we can uh, we can pull them up. He just running what's that? Ace Hardware. This is a little bit above it, going toward Pikeville. Uh, it's a truck underwater there. It's sad, dudes. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay it one bit. Kentucky, I was seeing that uh, they had they were saying they had 8 deaths in Kentucky. So very sad. You know. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't paste flooding in West Virginia. Here we go. See if we can't pull up a few of them here in West Virginia. Okay, I'm not for sure exactly what part of West Virginia this is. Not right off, but here we go. Mute it. That I think is toward Raglan, Panther, West Virginia. That's not far from where I lived down there. Old Mustang just floating right down the creek, ain't it, bud? I mean, daggone balls, I mean, really, honestly hate this. I truly, truly do. It's early Virginia. What else we got here? West Virginia declares state of emergency. At least 8 people dead in Kentucky by the flooding. I watched this one.
Southern coal fields, they're dealing with
Earlier
major
here.
flooding along the Tug Fork and some smaller rivers after battling those flash floods yesterday and overnight. Bob Aaron says that there's been several water rescues and widespread home flooding, and that could be even more of a problem as the weather and the temperatures continue to drop tonight.
That's sad, bro.
For longtime Mingo County residents, the latest flooding brought back ugly memories of major floods in 1984 and 1977. But this time you also got powerful winds, snow, and plunging temperatures. Homes were flooded out along US 119 as the Tug Fork swelled to 49 feet in Williamson, and major roads were cut by the high water.
It's real bad. I didn't think when I was coming over this way it would be like the 84 flood. That's how high the water was in 84 because I was standing here before in 84. A major flood. We had a bad one in Delbarton, and ours crested around after 10 last night. But it was bad over in Delbarton too. But I didn't know that this river was going to get that high.
This is US 52 near the intersection with US 119. You're not going to be driving through this now. A boat has been pressed into service to rescue people. And emergency officials were prepared to move a busload of them if needed. A very wet Kermit is at the end of this road, and a lot of drivers have needed rescue, some in neighboring Logan County.
Preliminary total was we done 17 water rescues between vehicles and homes. We had water rescue teams deployed all night until the water receded. We had several auto accidents.
The high water danger has not ended, and cold and darkness will make for an overnight with the potential for icy trouble Monday. In Mingo County, Bob Aaron, Eyewitness News.
I'm 61, and I thought working out was over for me.
Honestly, that's very, very, very. Oh Lordy, that's very dangerous going down into that water like that. I mean, really, it is. It's Virginia and Tennessee. At least 8 dead as my eastern storm brings severe flash floods. It's I think they said two died in Pikeville. There's a flood of 85. That was a bad one as well. This is a sideshow.
We were sort of a day late going to the floods. It happened. The newspaper was a little slow in responding. I think most of the press was at that time. And it was sort of all hands on deck. Everybody grabbed a reporter, photographer, and left. And it was just total devastation. Flooding throughout the town, mud everywhere, all throughout the buildings. I can remember coming to roads that ended. You know, the road was washed away. So we'd have to stop, turn around, and go back. I think people were in shock.
West Virginia got hit.
I remember photographing a lady who they rescued, and she was holding on to her cat. You know, a lot of animals were probably washed away, as well as people.
I remember getting sent out right away with Governor Moore in the state helicopter. And I think there was a TV cameraman along and a couple other state officials, maybe the state police superintendent or something. So we flew north up through the clouds. I just remember being enveloped in clouds and heading to Parsons. where I guess the report of some of the greatest damage was at. We could see at one point, and I remember just looking at some pictures not long ago, where the river had come through and just knocked out like 9 houses, I think, right in a row. And you could see, all you could see were the foundations that were left.
Really worried about my little brother and his wife, my nephew, he lives down there. I'm terribly worried about them, not to lie, you know. Where's this? I mean, no honesty, been terribly worried about him. That's oh lordy, it's it's sad, boys. I mean, where I lived, they call it Gilbert Creek, Basin. Um, it would flood there, but where I lived itself was high enough to. I'd seen it in my yard, but it hadn't got into my house. Now my sister's place was a little lower than mine, so she get she get some high water herself. But I mean, as far as me, I never would affect me that bad. I mean, hang on there, dudes. Let's see here. I'll go on my Facebook and uh, we'll see if we can find a few. Oh, sorry about that, bros. If we can't find a few of these pictures, these guys. Let's see here. Um, let's see this for road temporary closed in Wayne County. Um, let's see here, dudes. That's my niece. I'm trying to. Let's see. Angela, there we go. She had a lot of pictures up of the flood. Yeah, here we go. I'm not for sure where this is down there. There's a truck in the creek. That's, that's Browning's Fork, is what it's called. That's Tancliff there. Oh, that's sad, bros. That's very, very sad. I mean, honestly, that's sad. Panther Park. That's now this is pretty sure this is South Williamson Walmart. They've got. Let's see. Yep. So there's the main river behind it. Normally this they dropped a lot of water quick, didn't it? I mean, no honesty. Let's see what else she's got here. This is. I'm not for sure exactly. This is RD Park. This is at a lake, and let's blow it up here. So this is like a little recreational park. These sheds here have picnic tables under them, so that being underwater, they're quite a bit from the lake as well. So that being up that big is, yeah. Okay, this is RD. I guess RD Bailey. Yeah, this is the dam. Let's see here. It's crested. That's not so. It's pretty bad though. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Not for sure. Let's see. Lord, Tammy Maynard, please stay off the road. It's an A-flex. It's of that. Okay, I thought she had some of Iredis. Now this is Wamson. That's the flood wall they've shut. This bridge here takes you over into Kentucky. As you can see, it's underwater, substantially underwater. It's the Harvey Street Bridge, Wamson. This is in I'm telling you, dudes, it's very bad down in there. It truly is. This is our neighbors with Rachel Doe. I'm not for sure.
LP gas tank, and it's, oh God, it's leaking, so I'm leaving here too. I smell the gas, so good.
Okay, it's on the
This is now the Appalachian Plaza after daylight. There's DeVito Dallas's, there's the LP gas tank, and it's, oh God, it's leaking, so I'm leaving here too. I smell the gas, so good. This is
okay. Now, there should be a bridge, but you can't see it.
Now the
it should have been back this way, leading back over into Wamson. There's a little filling station up here on the would be on the left of the screen here. So that one, yeah, that's where I thought it was as well. Oh, that's flooded. This is South Wamson Walmart. This is, I'd say, before you get into Wamson, or there's, yeah, East Stem of Wamson. This is in Welch, West Virginia. Truly is. This is US 23 and 119 intersection, 5 for Walmart. Yeah. Keep in mind the river. This is on that side behind, fairly good distance behind over in our tug. It's these here. That's about the surrounding area down in there. It's Oceana. It's flooded. Jesse's flooded. Matney's flooded. Hanover. This it's not a river. It's just a little creek that's ended up getting this bad here in Hanover. Okay, and that's Logan. That's sad, dudes. It really is. That's Logan. Welch looks terrible. Not for sure where that is. Mullins, I think. Yeah, Mullins. I live about 200-300 miles from there now, dudes. A few hundred anyway. This is Mullins. That's sad, boys. I mean, it truly is. I genuinely, my heart goes out for them. Well, every decade had floods really bad down in there. I mean, where I live at now, let me see if I can't. We can't pull it up here. There we go. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Now this is where I live now. So, you know, a Silver Bridge, very beautiful up here. Love it up here. I truly do. Honestly, I love it up here. It's very peaceful, nice, good, very good, very good neighbors and stuff. Nice people. We uh, uh, so it's the Silver Bridge when it fell back in 60. Not. Uh, it was in the 60s. I do remember that. It's don't hold me to exact. It was the early 60s that it fell, and I know it's not where the bridge is now. It was more into town around this trestle here, around that. It was more around that. 67's when it fell. Was I mean, that's something, dude. When it fell, it really was. Now they have murals up on the walls and stuff. Or now that they're really nice. It's I mean, no honesty, this is a really beautiful place, man. It truly is a very beautiful place. I do honestly love it up here. It's see that's that train trestle I was telling you about, and the Silver Bridge run right beside it. And they um, it's, fell on December 15th of 67 is when it fell. So think it's the only picture of it they have. But um, I mean, genuinely, this love this place. Truly do. Uh, there's the Mothman. That's I don't buy into the Mothman, bros. I truly don't. It's one of them deals are that just local folklore, and I know a lot of people buy into it. And they have a big event in September up here of it. Now this I do the uh, the um, uh, this I, I, uh, yeah, this cabin. On my YouTube channel, I I have the interior and the exterior of this and stuff. It's was you should check it out, dude. It's nice. I don't go into it a whole lot about it because there's a monument over on the other side of this cabin here that is of Chief Cornstalk, and Chief Cornstalk right here it is. It's uh, was uh, was the great grandfather to me. Um, his son Thomas Bailey Christian was my great granddad, and he uh, because you got to remember at one time this was Virginia, so that's how we ended up. Uh, I think it talks about corn stuff. Yeah, it does. And the monument at Point commemorates the more than 50 Virginians who died during the battle against the Indian forces led by legendary Shawnee Chief Cornstalk. Thomas, there's some disputes if Thomas was his son, but I think he was, to the best of my knowledge and through ancestral searches, he was. That's how I ended up tracking it down. That we were kin to him. Was through Thomas Bailey Christian, and so that's how I ended up being involved in it with my great grandfather, great grandfather. I forget how many greats you throw into that, but uh, I had extensively looked back into it. I did that back right after my father had passed away, and my mother wanted me to look into it, and my father's side of the family was wasn't terribly hard to find and trace down because of Cornstalk and the and it being what it was about that. But my mother's side of the family was pretty hard because her mother they were Cherokee Indian, but my grandfather was her dad, my mom's dad, was um, Irish. So it was a little bit hard to track into it. In all honesty, he wasn't that easy to run him down. But I mean, her mother's side, they wasn't too hard because of the Indian heritage, and you could just go back so far because they didn't have white names until they was either wiped out or took over. Like Thomas, he was raised by a man named Matherson. Was his name, raised him, but they named Thomas Christian. And the way I read up on it through Ancestry.com, it wasn't uncommon to give Indians and Native American Christian names when they die, because they go in and they massacre the adults, and then they would send the kids to orphanages, or white people would raise them, and that's how my heritage, my father's side, come to be, was through the cornstalk and the massacre up here in Gallipolis Ferry during I mean, in all honesty, I've always felt at home here, to not lie. To not lie about it. I've always felt at home here, and I truly have. It's something about that. And the first year I lived here, I had heart problems, and ended up having quite a few stents put in my heart. And the second year I lived here, ended up having cancer. So I mean,
General Quarters.
I would have swore I was healthy as a horse.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Now, honesty. I would have absolutely thought I was really healthy. But it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. I didn't know exactly.
Awaiting instructions.
Ended up having heart problems, and
good luck and fair seas.
By the end of the first summer I was here, the whole summer, I come in August.
Affirmative.
And by the time I was here a whole year, I'd had stents put in my heart, and was on the verge to find out I had stage 4 lung cancer. But I honestly will say that I got some of the best doctors that you could ask for, truly.
Enemy force detected.
I honestly have. I got some of the best doctors that you could honestly ask for. Hoser Health. And they're associated with Cleveland Clinic as well. So, but well, at least we had it. I normally don't show stuff like that, but it being a flood, it affected my hometown. I felt that'd be good to show, simply because, like I said, it being my hometown. I was born and raised in Mingo County, West Virginia.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Neighboring county was Logan County, and then wasn't too far from Virginia or Kentucky. Down there, up here, Ohio, Kentucky.
The enemy is about to win.
Right, honestly, as the old saying goes, I'm in spitting distance of Kentucky.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Not too totally far. Kentucky as well.
The enemy is about to win.
Not too far at all, Kentucky. About as close as I am. I'm really. About, I would say 45 minutes, maybe, give or take.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Closer to home, Charleston. I don't live terribly far from Robert City.
Problem solved, sir.
So, you get each other and make the cat.
Spotter airborne.
The enemy is about to win.
Could have maybe put us to where we want to be. Maybe, possibly. I thought it'd be a little funner to show you guys where I'm originally from and stuff. Gilbert's more toward Logan County. It's on like the southern end of Mingo County, It takes you about an hour and 45 minutes, about an hour and 15 minutes to drive from Gilbert to Williamson. It takes you about 45 minutes to drive to Logan County. And to get to Charleston, so I'm about right at 3 hours from Gilbert, where I live now. Couple hundred miles. Like I said, I honestly love it up here. Felt more at peace here than I ever did to Gilbert. It's easier going. People's easier going. They're not rude. They're pretty nice. Basically, about everybody around the Republicans do have semi-trouble with the methamphetamine head Point Pleasant. But I don't live in Point Pleasant itself. It's just relatively close. I live in Mason County. I live about 20 minutes from Point Pleasant as well. Really convenient where I'm at, because you got Huntington and Charleston and all major stores. Charleston, Huntington, both the biggest cities in West Virginia. So, I mean, but I live more in the rural St. Gerald, but they, I mean, it's a very nice place. It really is. I really like it. They've been a few times out there to Gilbert. I mean, in all honesty, that's out of the question for me because of my cancer treatment. You know, see, I do have that to worry about, my cancer treatment. Guys, I'm not feeling the greatest in the world, and I think I'm gonna quit. We'll finish this later when I wake back up.